Okay, hi Jill. Thanks for joining me. I'm just going to go straight to our first question and ask you, how has your view of yourself as a leader changed since joining your Power 7 group over 2 years ago?
Well, I think it's definitely made me more thoughtful about my role in the business as a leader, and definitely more aware, I suppose, of the skill sets that a good leader should have. And therefore, also kind of makes me think about the areas that I need to work on and where I'm good at as well.
Okay. And we talked before about being more mindful in the leadership role. How have you become more mindful? And if so, how did your peers in your group help you to become more mindful?
Well, I think I'm definitely more mindful as a leader through the Power 7. What the group does is it does two things in particular. First of all, it makes you take a step back and examine things from a personal and a business perspective. So it's all about being mindful about where you are, where you to go to, how you're going to get there. And then secondly, the peer feedback, it really does make you think. And when I say think, it makes you think really deeply. Just the format of the group and the way that we give each other feedback. So I think it really feeds into kind of being a mindful leader, definitely.
And can you think of an instance where, that deep thinking actually resulted in you making a decision or,
Yeah.
improving your performance as leader, whatever?
Yeah, I needed to think about, I was in another business as well as my own main business, and things just weren't working out, and I needed to think about exiting that and tackle that. And the process of talking to the group and really thinking that through that deeply helped me make a decision on that, which thankfully worked out well.
Good, good. And finally, Jill, how would you describe the difference between having your own personal advisory board like the Power 7 and going it alone as you were before you joined the group?
Well, chalk and cheese, really, Barry. When you're there as a leader by yourself without that kind of support network, it's a really lonely furrow that you're plowing. You all your fears and insecurities and kind of lack of your own confidence in your own ability start to eat away at you. I think when you're by yourself, it's really hard to pull yourself up. What happens in the group is that you are supported, but also challenged, and I think that's important, that you're challenged to be the best you can be, and that comes about because of the trust that you build over time with the peers in your group. That they challenge you. So there's a lot going on there, but really it's so different from a couple of years ago when I wasn't in the group to now, and my attitude and how I approach business as well. It's really made a big difference to me.